Welcome back to our Iberian Discovery voyage as we journey along the coast of Spain in ultimate luxury aboard Scenic Eclipse. Today, we are docked at the Mediterranean island of Palma de Mallorca. Rather than explore its famous coastline, I've actually opted for a Scenic Freechoice experience, heading up to the town of Sóller.
The beginning of this town was in the 13th century, more than 700 years ago, and the base of those houses and streets belong to those ages.
They really are
Here
ancient.
we have centuries and centuries around us.
Roaming the streets is really the easiest way to get a feeling for this charming village with architecture that tells the story of its history. Like here, the Church of Saint Bartholomew, dating back to the 13th century. Tell me about the front of this church, because wasn't it a disciple of the famous architect Gaudi who created the front?
Yeah, his name was Joan Rubio Ibelba. He made the most interesting things of the town. The main facade of the church, taking the modernism style.
So we've got Baroque, we've got modernism, we've got all these different layers.
Yeah, exactly.
Our Sóller day trip also takes us to a 16th century olive mill for the yummiest tasting. And how long has this been in your family for?
Well, we have documents for 400 years. So that's why we brand our own 1561, which is the date we found records.
This is what you have as your diet every single day. This is the classic Mediterranean diet.
A sandwich means what I'm going to prepare now. Simple version, olive oil. From black olives, tomatoes. We have also a Mediterranean tradition to have vegetables. To appreciate the flavor of the oil, you can do without. We just simply cut the tomato. You see?
I love it. This is like my perfect meal.
We squeeze on the top of the bread.
Okay, before the olive
Before
oil.
the oil, before.
Oh.
Dress with generosity.
See?
See? It's a very mild taste because if you are used to the green olives, it's more spicy, the green olives. This one is more mild.
You're right. Now, the area is not just famous for its olives. The region's fortune was actually built on citrus commerce. Just looking at this square alone, this is really the heart of Sóller, isn't it? Not too many towns have a bank right next to a cathedral. Oranges and lemons were exported to France in the 19th century, and the wealth from this trade led to the construction of some truly amazing buildings. From Mallorca, Scenic Eclipse glides us east to the lesser-known island of Menorca. Now, this island is known for its coastline and natural reserves, as well as its unspoilt beauty. This view really proves the point that the first thing you notice when you come to Menorca is the green space and the lack of overdevelopment. How did they pull it off?
Well, I think it's basically because the Menorcans are in love with this beautiful island, and they kind of held back from this, from jumping onto the tourist bandwagon.
Monte Toro is Menorca's highest mountain, but it is so worth a stop, not just for the views, but for its historical chapel, dating back to the 1600s. On the western side of the island of Menorca is one of its most charming towns, Ciutadella, once the ancient capital of the island.
Oh, it's a wonderful town just to go wandering without any special direction. It's most of the streets are traffic-free. The Menorcans are very house-proud people.
For a small town, Ciutadella is big on highlights. And the dish to have when you're coming here is the lobster stew, is
It's
that right?
the lobster stew. That is the most famous dish, the most emblematic dish here in Menorca. The Spanish royal family always spend their holidays in Mallorca, but the former king, he loved to come over to Menorca in his yacht specifically to try this dish, the lobster stew.
Yum. The aroma is
It's fantastic.
incredible.
Yes.
That is just so delicious. The lobster does all the talking.